guys, today we are going to do numerical integration. Numerical integration consists of three methods. That is, the first method is trapezoidal rule, or also known as trapezoidal method. Secondly, we have Simpson's 1/3 rule. And thirdly, we have Simpson's 3/8 rule. So guys, first we are going to look at the formulas for each of these methods. Then we are going to do a couple of questions. So first we are going to look at trapezoidal method. Now in trapezoidal rule, we have the formula as, that is, a is equal to x naught, b is equal to xn, y dx is equal to h by 2 into y naught plus yn plus 2 into y1 plus y2 plus y3 until yn minus 1. So guys, you must be wondering then what is the value of h, y, xn, x naught and y1, y2 and y3. Do not worry, you will soon get to know what these are as we will be doing a couple of questions. Now secondly, we will discuss the formula for Simpson's 1/3 rule. That is, for 1/3 rule we have the formula as a is equal to x naught, b is equal to xn, y dx, h by 3, y naught plus yn plus 4 into y1 plus y3 plus y5 till yn minus 1 and plus 2 into y2 plus y4 plus y6 till yn minus 2. Now similarly, we have the formula for Simpson's 3/8 rule. That is, a is equal to x naught, b is equal to xn, y dx 3h by 8, y naught plus yn plus 3 into y1 plus y2 plus y4 plus y5 till plus yn minus 1 plus 2 into y3 plus y6 plus y9 until y plus n minus 3. So now guys, do not worry about these values, that is y naught, yn, h, y, xn and x naught, as we will soon understand what these are. Now you should keep these formulas in mind. And lastly, you should also remember that the value or the formula of trapezoidal rule works for all values of n. That is, we will write n is equal to 1. Now similarly, Simpson's 1/3 rule works for all values of n that are a multiple of 2. That is 4, 6, 12, 14, 16, etc. And in Simpson's 3/8 rule, you should remember that it will work for only the values of n which are a multiple of 3. That is, we will denote it by n is equal to 3. That is the values such as 9, 12, 18, 21, 27, etc. So guys, keep these formulas in mind, as nextly we will do a couple of questions and which will make everything clear to you. Now guys, in question number 1, we have to evaluate this integral using trapezoidal method, Simpson's 1/3 rule or Simpson's 3/8 rule. So we will solve this question by all the three rules. So first of all, we are going to write the formula for trapezoidal rule. That is, we know that the formula for trapezoidal rule is a is equal to x naught, b is equal to xn, y dx equal to h by 2 into y naught plus yn plus 2 into y1 plus y2 plus y3 till yn minus 1. So first of all, we are going to find the values of a and b. Now a is the value of the integral, that is the lower limit of the integral. So from here we will get the value of a as a is equal to 0. Similarly, b is the upper limit of the integral, that is b is equal to 6. And the value of y is this part of the integral, that is, it is a function of x. That is, y is equal to fx, which in this question is 1 upon 1 plus x square. Now similarly we will get the value of h. That is, the formula for h is b minus a upon n. But before finding h, we need to know the value of n. Now as we discussed earlier, that trapezoidal rule can be used for any value of n. That is, we used n as 1. That is, for any value of n, we can use the trapezoidal method. So here the value of n will be found out from the integral limits. That is, we can see that the limit is going from 0 to 6. So our value of n is 6. Now we will put the values of b, a and n in this formula and get the value of h. That is 6 minus 0 upon 6, which will come out to be 1. Now guys, we have found out the value of this part of the formula. Now we will get the values for y0 till yn minus 1. Now that we have found out the value of h, which has come out to be 1, now we will write the general formula for finding the value of y. That is, we will write yn is 1 upon 1 plus xn square. This is the general formula for finding yn for this particular question, as the value of fx is 1 upon 1 plus xn square. So now before finding the values of yn, we need to know the general formula for xn. So for the general formula for xn is x0 plus nh. In this we will put different values of n and get the values of x1, x2, x3 and so on. So firstly we know that the value of x0 is 0, because previously we had assumed that a is equal to x0 and we found out that the value of a is 0. So the value of x0 is 0. So our formula now remains xn is equal to nh. Now we know the value of x0. Now we will find the value of x1, x2 and x3. So similarly we are going to put the value of n as 1. That is, we will get x1 as 1 into h, and we know the value of h is 1. That is, x1 is also 1. Similarly we will put the value of n as 2. That is, we will get x2 as 2 into h. That is 1. x2 is 2. Similarly we will get the value of x3 as 3, x4 as 4, x5 as 5 and x6 as 6. We have simply put the value of n as 3 for finding x3 and n is equal to 4 for finding x4 and so on. Now we are going to find the value of yn. Now previously we found out the values of x0, x1, x2, x3 till x6, h as 1 and n is equal to 1. Now we are going to use these and find the values of y1, y2, y3 and y4 and so on till n. That is, we know the general formula for yn is 1 upon 1 plus xn square for this particular question. So now we are going to find the value of y0 that we need to use over here. That is, we will put the value of x as x0 square 1 plus 0. So our value for y0 is 1. Now similarly for finding y1, we will put n is equal to 1, and so we will need to put the value of x1 over here. Now we know that the value of x1 is 1, so this will come out to be 1 plus 1 square, that is 1 by 2, which is 0.5. Now similarly we will find y2, that is, we will put the value of x2 over here, as we will put n is equal to 2, so over here we will get x2, and we know that the value of x2 is 2, that is 1 upon 1 plus 2 square, that is 1 by 5, which is 0.2. Now similarly we are going to put the values of n as 3, 4, 5, 6, that is, y is equal to 6, we will get 1 by 37 by putting the value of x6 in this equation, which will come out to be 0.027. Now guys, similarly we will have to find the values of y3, y4 and y5. That is, they will come out to be, y3 will come out to be 0.1, y4 will come out to be 0.0588, y5 will come out to be 0.0385. Now you guys must have noticed that we have found out the value till n is equal to 6. That is, we have found out y6 and x6. This is because our upper limit is 6. If it had been 7, then we would have found out the values of x and y till n is equal to 7. Now we are going to put these values in this formula and find out the value of this integral using the trapezoidal method. Now please keep in mind that these values will now also be used for all the other formulas, that is for Simpson 1/3 rule and Simpson's 3/8 rule. We will use these values of y1, y2, y3, x1, x2, x3 and so on. Now we are going to substitute these values of y and h in this formula and find the value of this integral. That is 1 by 2 and we will put the value of y0 as 1. Now keep in mind that yn is the last value of y that we have found out, that is y6. Now I have already told you that we found it y is equal to 6 because our value of n is 6, that is the upper limit. Now we will put this as 0.027 plus 2 into 1 plus 0.5 plus 0.2 plus 0.0588 plus 0.0385. That is, we have put the values till yn minus 1, that is y5 in this case. Now we will add these up and we will get 1.027 plus 2 into 0.8973. Now if you solve this, you will get the answer as 1.4108. Now guys, we are going to use these values of y1, y2 and y3 for other formulas of Simpson's 1/3 rule and Simpson's 3/8 rule as well. And we will get the answer approximately to be equal to this. Now this is our answer of the integral that we have solved by trapezoidal method. Now we are going to do for Simpson's 1/3 rule. Now we will solve this integral for Simpson's 1/3 rule. That is, we are going to simply put the values of h, y1, y2 and y3 over here. That is 1 by 3 into 1 plus 0.027 plus 4 into y1, that is 0.5 plus y3 0.1 plus y5, that is 0.0385, and then 2 into y2, that is 0.2 plus 0.0588. So guys, you must see that we only have the odd parts of y over here. That is, we have y1, y3, y5 until y odd. And similarly, we have only the even parts of y over here, that is y2, y4 and y6. So by this way, you can easily learn the formula. That is, you will put all the odd parts of y over here and all the even parts of y over here. So now we will solve this and we will get the value as 1.3662, which is not equal to the value that we found out last time, but it is very close to it. Remember that you will not get equal values, but they will be very close to each other. Now similarly, we are going to solve for Simpson's 3/8 rule. Now in Simpson's 3/8 rule, we are simply going to put the values of h, y1, y2, y3 till yn. That is 3/8 into y0 plus yn, that is 1 plus 0.027 as yn is y6 plus 3 into 0.5 plus 0.2 plus 0.0588 plus 0.0385 and 2 into y3, that is 0.1, as we only have to put the values till yn minus 3 and n is equal to 6, that is y6 minus 3, that is y3. That is, we will only have to put the value till y3. Now we will solve this and you will get the answer as 1.357, which you will notice is quite close to the answers that we got by trapezoidal rule and Simpson's 1/3 rule. Now an important thing that you should keep in mind is that you must remember that we got n is equal to 6 in this question. Now you know that n is equal to 6 is a multiple of 1. So we can use trapezoidal rule in this question as we used before. And you can also see that it is a multiple of 2. That is, it is a multiple of 2. Which means that we can use Simpson's 1/3 rule for this question as we had done before. And you can also see that this is a multiple of 3. So Simpson's 3/8 rule can also be used. Now in this question we had a value of n such that it was divisible by 1 as well as 2 and 3. So we were able to use all the three formulas in order to find the integral. But suppose we had got n as 5. Then we know that it is only divisible by 1 but not by 2 and not by 3. So we would have been only able to use the formula for trapezoidal rule, and Simpson's 1/3 rule and Simpson's 3/8 by rule would not have been applicable in this question. So guys, I hope that you understood how to find an integral using numerical integration. An important thing to note is that you should remember all the formulas for all the three methods, and the main part is to remember how to get the values of y1, y2, y3 and so on.